Hey guys, I hope you're doing all well, enjoying the summer which has just started. I mean, kind of started. I hope you have managed to give yourself some time. This video is where I want to share about my recent realization, and it's not a realization, but it's something I thought I would really want to share with all the friends and family and the people I know and I don't know. But I thought, this might help you somewhere, in some way. Okay. So since this year I've started spending some I do spend me time, but this is alone time, I would say. Normally, I try to sit in my car because that's like airtight, no distractions. I turn my phone on airplane mode, and nobody can disturb me. That's minimum 10 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, not beyond 20 minutes. I'll just stick to that. So when I started doing this on a regular basis, it's amazing the type of thoughts you encounter, and I just focus on what I've been thinking and what how everything is. I can't really put words to what really comes in during that 20-minute time, but it just makes you feel amazing. Okay, so one of the day recently, what I have encountered, or I was kind of analyzing my thoughts and my life and everything, and what you realize is that what you have today in your life, it's a result of exactly the same thing being a thought somewhere in your life, some point in time in your life. Not tomorrow, yesterday, or not day before. It could be in your childhood. But what you are today, what you have today, or how you perceive your life, how you perceive the world today, or what you experience today, or what you think you have today, is as a result of a thought at some point in the past. It could be previous life, but we're not going that far. We're just going to remain this life, because we can then relate our experiences and how we have been thinking about things in our life. So I kind of made a list. I mean, I would be, I would say it'd be great if you want to sit down, close your eyes, and start thinking. I mean, when you start spending this alone time, you will discover more. But if you make a list of things that this is something I have, but I didn't want this. This is something I have, I didn't want this. I mean, I don't know if I ever thought of becoming an accountant, but I did not think that I would not become an accountant. So this is just an example. But what I'm trying to say here is, if you think you have something which you never wanted, then this video is going to help you change that. Now, I've kind of summarized that what we have today is as a result of 5 things. Okay, it started with the thought, and the end is what you already have. Now, how to change that is you have to go back to the original source, the seed, which is a thought. Now, with the thinking, it's very simple exercise, and you can simply do it if you understand. Okay, what you think is what has a potential of creating physical reality, okay, or physical manifestation, but it has to start with a thought. Okay, now if you think of what you want, then there is a potential of that becoming your reality at some point in future. But if you think something which you don't want, it still have potential of becoming reality in future, because yes and no does not differentiate in our mind, in our brain. Okay, if I ask you to say, don't think of you standing on Eiffel Tower, what do you think? Standing on Eiffel Tower. Don't think you are on a flight, or don't think of a pink elephant, which is quite a common phrase I've heard. And what you don't want your brain to think is exactly what your brain thinks. And what that means is, if you're planting a thought of what you don't want, the ultimate reality or ultimate physical manifestation is what you will actually get. So now you can go back and think the things which you manifested in life, which you wanted, and the things which you have not manifested, but you did not want, it's both were in your thoughts some point in past. Okay? If this works, then the only thing I would say you need to do as an exercise going forward is whatever we want, whatever we desire or we wish, we should only think that all the time. You never say, I don't want this, or I would never do this, or I could never have this, I would never accept this, I don't want. We need to change that strategy. Instead of what we don't want, we should think more of what we really want. Okay? What we want to eat, what sort of personality I want in my relationship, what sort of children I want, what sort of parents I want. And I'm not saying the manifestation will change your parents, but it's the relationship bonding can change as a result of manifestation. I'm not going to go much depth into this about all the scientific explanation, because otherwise it would become a bit difficult. What I want to really focus is to give you an idea or give you a simple technique which will change things going forward. So what to take away from this video is to think positive. And when I say positive, is what is positive and negative is again a perception, but what you think is what you want. What you think you desire, what you want is what you want to think. So I would like you to make a list of things you want, and you apply this principle on your day-to-day life. So if your mom asks what you want to eat, or if your wife asks what you want to eat, and you just say what you want to eat, not what you don't want to eat. I'm not saying she ends up making that, but what I'm saying, this is just an example that whatever you want, just create thought of that. You do not want your your mind or brain to think what you don't want. The only thing we want it to do is think what you want. The next step, as I said, there are 5 steps in total, and the first thought, the first point was thinking. Okay, and I'm going to stick to that and give you this exercise. By next week, I would like you to repeat that exercise. So just keep applying that on a daily routine. So think what you want. Okay, that's the exercise number 1. I am really looking forward to the next week's video to share the second point. So this will go on for 5 weeks. The only reason I'm not giving all 5 is that if I give you everything, then nothing will happen, and that has happened to me. So we only want to work on one thing at a time, so then we can actually see some progress. And it's once you see things changing, it will be really easy for you to adopt the new strategies. If I give you all 5 things together, it is not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to share as I have experience, and it has worked positive in me. So to take away the rule from today, from this moment, is think what you want. We don't want to talk about what we don't want, but just think what we want. Okay, I wish you all very best, and I will pray for everyone's happiness and good health in my prayers. And thank you very much for watching this video. I love you all. Take care.